Hey learners, welcome back to Edu Intern Voyage. Your learning journey starts.
Unit 3 Consumer Behavior. 2 Mark. 1 Meaning of consumer behavior. Consumer behavior refers to the study of how individuals make decisions regarding the purchase and use of goods and services. It explains how consumers choose, spend, and react to price changes. It helps firms understand buying patterns. 2 Concepts of consumer behavior. Consumer behavior includes needs, wants, preferences, income, and choices. It analyzes how consumers allocate limited income among various goods. It is based on utility maximization and rational decision making. 3 Features of consumer behavior. It is psychological and influenced by income, taste, and preferences. It varies across individuals and situations. It helps understand consumer decision making patterns in the market. 4 Law of Diminishing Marginal Utility. This law states that as a consumer consumes more units of a commodity, the marginal utility gained from each additional unit decreases. Total utility increases at a decreasing rate. Mu eventually becomes zero or negative. 5 Law of Equi-Marginal Utility. Consumers maximize satisfaction by allocating income so that the marginal utility per rupee spent on all goods is equal. It is expressed as M(x)(px) is equal to mu (epy). This guides optimal consumption. 6 Cardinal Utility Concept. Cardinal utility assumes utility can be measured in numbers like utils. It treats satisfaction as a quantitative concept. Used by Marshall, it forms the basis of mu analysis. 7 Ordinal Utility Concept. Ordinal utility states utility cannot be measured but only ranked. Consumers express preferences by ordering bundles. It is the basis of indifference curve analysis. 8 Indifference Curve Meaning. An indifference curve shows combinations of 2 goods that give the consumer equal satisfaction. All points represent the same utility level. The consumer is indifferent among these combinations. 9 Definition of Indifference Curve. It is a curve representing different bundles of goods that provide equal utility to the consumer. It slopes downwards and is convex. Higher curves represent higher satisfaction. 10 Assumptions of Indifference Curve. Consumer is rational. Preferences are consistent. More goods give more satisfaction. ICs do not intersect. 11 Significance of Indifference Curve. It helps understand consumer choice. Used to analyze substitution and income effects. Useful for deriving demand curves. Forms basis of modern utility theory. 12 Properties of Indifference Curve. IC slopes downward. It is convex to the origin. Higher IC gives more satisfaction. ICs never intersect. 13 Consumers' Equilibrium, IC approach. Consumer equilibrium is achieved at the point where the budget line is tangent to the indifference curve. At this point, Mrs. is equal to price ratio. It shows maximum satisfaction with given income. 14 Price effect. Price effect shows how quantity demanded changes when the price of a good changes. It includes substitution and income effects. It helps derive the demand curve. 15 Income effect. Income effect explains change in demand due to a change in consumers' income. Demand increases for normal goods. Demand decreases for inferior goods. 16 Substitution effect. Substitution effect occurs when consumers substitute cheaper goods for expensive ones. Price fall increases demand. This effect is always negative for price. 17 Normal goods. Normal goods are goods for which demand increases when income increases. Examples: clothes, fruits. They have a positive income effect. 18 Inferior goods. Inferior goods are goods for which demand decreases when income increases. Examples: course rise, bus travel. They have a negative income effect. 19 Giffen goods. Giffen goods are inferior goods where demand increases as price increases. This violates the law of demand. Example: poor quality staple food. 20 Derivation of Individual Demand Curve, IC method. The demand curve is derived by showing how equilibrium quantity changes at different prices. Each price gives a new equilibrium point on IC and budget line. Plotting these points gives the individual demand curve. 21 Market demand curve. It is obtained by horizontal summation of all individual demand curves. Shows total quantity demanded by all consumers at each price. Used for market analysis.
If you are a BCom student who wants simple, clear, and reliable study content, subscribe to Edu Intern Voyage, like the videos, and start your learning journey today.